Your brain doesn't rest while you sleep, it repairs. But if it's missing just one critical building block, you wake up drained, disoriented, and unable to focus. I see this all the time. You go to bed hoping for a clear mind the next day, but wake up feeling like someone turned the lights off inside your head. Your thoughts are slower, your attention slips, and your vision just doesn't feel stable. The letters on the newspaper blur. You fumble with your glasses. Even small tasks feel like a mental climb. This isn't just tiredness. It's not just age. What's happening is this. Your brain and your eyes aren't getting the resources they need to heal while you sleep, especially after 60. Your ability to store and recycle key nutrients like amino acids begins to decline. These amino acids are what your neurons and retinal muscles depend on for nighttime repair. When they're missing, your brain waves lose rhythm, your visual nerves misfire. And no matter how early you go to bed, you still wake up feeling worn down. Most people think protein is just for building muscles, but your brain and eyes need protein too, especially the kind that digests gently overnight without overloading your system. Unfortunately, many seniors skip protein at dinner or rely on hard-to-digest animal sources, missing the window when their brain needs it most. But here's the hopeful part. There are 3 plant-based proteins, simple, affordable, and surprisingly powerful, that can support your brain's repair cycle and your eye's muscular control while you sleep. They don't just fill your stomach. They feed your neurotransmitters, balance glucose flow, and stabilize focus signals overnight. In this video, I'll walk you through each one. And the last one, often overlooked, is showing remarkable benefits in helping older adults regain mental clarity and visual stability by morning. If this is your first time here, I'm Dr. James Porter, and I help people over 60 rebuild brain and vision health with tools that are natural, practical, and grounded in science. If that sounds like what you're looking for, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss what's ahead. Now, let's begin with the protein that many call a grain, but your brain might recognize as fuel. Quinoa may look like a simple grain, but your brain and eyes recognize it as precision fuel, especially during sleep. What makes quinoa unique is its complete amino acid profile. Unlike most plant foods, quinoa contains all 9 essential amino acids the human body cannot make on its own. That includes tryptophan and lysine, 2 critical compounds for nighttime brain repair and neurotransmitter synthesis. While most people associate tryptophan with turkey and sleepiness, it actually plays a much deeper role in restoring chemical balance inside the brain while you rest. As we age, our brain's natural production of serotonin and melatonin begins to slow down. These 2 molecules are essential for stabilizing mood, deepening REM sleep, and guiding the brain's repair cycles through the night. According to a 2021 study published in Nutrients, diets rich in tryptophan and complex carbohydrates improved sleep latency and quality in older adults by supporting serotonin synthesis. Quinoa provides both, making it an ideal evening food. But the brain is only half the story. Your visual system, especially the tiny muscles and nerves behind the retina, also depend on overnight repair. These structures are sensitive to fluctuations in blood glucose, which can disrupt focus, cause blurry vision, or even trigger eye strain after waking. Quinoa's low glycemic index ensures a steady, controlled release of glucose over several hours. That slow energy flow helps protect delicate ocular tissues from the microshocks of sugar crashes that are common in older adults with irregular nighttime diets. In a clinical observation published in Frontiers and Aging Neuroscience in 2022, older adults who replaced refined grains with quinoa at dinner showed measurable improvements in cognitive flexibility and visual spatial coordination within 6 weeks. Researchers attributed this not only to its amino acid profile, but also to its rich magnesium and manganese content minerals, vital for neural signal stability and lens metabolism. For seniors who wake up feeling mentally foggy or visually unstable, quinoa offers a gentle yet powerful nutritional anchor. It supports neurotransmitter balance, regulates glucose flow to the retina, and contributes to deeper, more restorative sleep. One of my patients, a retired art teacher in her early 70s, described how switching from white rice to quinoa at dinner helped her regain the clarity to paint again in the mornings. "It's like my eyes reset overnight," she told me. "I wake up and the world feels crisp, not cloudy." If you're wondering how to use it, here's what I recommend. Choose plain organic quinoa if possible. Rinse it thoroughly to remove saponins, natural compounds that can make it taste bitter. Cook it in water or unsalted broth in a ratio of 1 part quinoa to 2 parts liquid. Simmer gently until soft and translucent, usually about 15 minutes. To maximize its brain and eye benefits, eat quinoa about 90 minutes before bedtime. Pair it with steamed vegetables, a sprinkle of ground flaxseed, or even a soft poached egg if tolerated. Avoid adding processed sauces or high-sugar dressings, as these can spike blood sugar and counteract quinoa's slow-release benefits. Consistency is key. This isn't a one-night fix, but with regular use, quinoa helps create the internal conditions your body needs to do what it's designed to do, restore itself while you sleep. And it does so without drama, without side effects, and without robbing you of taste. It simply gives your brain and your eyes what they've been asking for all along: steady, reliable nourishment when it matters most at night. Tempeh is not just a meat alternative. It is a living, fermented matrix of nutrients that speaks the language of your brain and eyes, especially while you sleep. What sets tempeh apart from other soy-based foods is the fermentation process. During fermentation, beneficial microbes partially break down the complex proteins, carbohydrates, and fats in soybeans into smaller, more absorbable compounds. This not only improves digestion, but also boosts the bioavailability of key brain-building nutrients like B vitamins, magnesium, and amino acids. After age 60, the brain becomes less efficient at producing certain neurotransmitters on its own. This is particularly true for gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA, a calming compound that regulates brainwave activity and promotes deep sleep. Fermented foods like tempeh naturally stimulate GABA production by supporting the gut-brain axis, a communication network that links digestive health with cognitive performance. In 2020, a study published in Nutrients examined the impact of fermented soy on sleep quality and neurological function. The results showed that older adults who consumed tempeh regularly reported deeper sleep, faster cognitive recall, and improved emotional regulation. The researchers attributed these effects to the combined action of isoflavones, peptides, and probiotic metabolites, natural byproducts of fermentation that support brain plasticity and nighttime regeneration. Tempeh is also one of the richest plant sources of leucine, an amino acid that plays a key role in repairing muscle tissue and neural connections during rest. In the context of eye health, this matters more than most people realize. The muscles responsible for eye movement, pupil adjustment, and lens focusing are active all day and rely on quality repaired during the night. Without adequate protein intake, particularly one that contains leucine, these muscles begin to weaken, contributing to eye fatigue and slower visual processing in the morning. Another crucial aspect of tempeh is its impact on blood sugar regulation. Because it is high in protein and fiber, tempeh slows the absorption of carbohydrates from your meal, reducing overnight spikes or drops in blood glucose. This is especially important for seniors with borderline or diagnosed insulin resistance, where nocturnal glucose swings can impair both memory consolidation and retinal nerve stability. In 2022, research published in Clinical Interventions in Aging found that older adults who included fermented soy protein in their evening meals had better overnight glucose control and scored higher on memory retention tests. The following morning, the researchers concluded that fermented plant proteins may serve as metabolic stabilizers for the aging brain. Tempeh is also naturally high in manganeses and phosphorus, two minerals essential for mitochondrial function. The mitochondria, often referred to as the powerhouses of cells, are most active during REM sleep when your brain consolidates memory and your eyes process light signals in the dark. Supporting mitochondrial health during sleep is key to maintaining long-term cognitive clarity and visual sharpness. To support sleep and recovery, enjoy tempeh as part of a light evening meal. Steam or sear it with gentle herbs and pair it with complex carbs like sweet potato or brown rice. Avoid frying or sugary sauces and aim to eat it at least an hour before bed. Tempeh is more than just protein. It helps regulate brain chemistry, restore visual balance, and prepare your body for real overnight repair. For seniors seeking deep, restful recovery, not just sleep, tempeh offers a powerful natural solution. Among all the plant-based proteins available, hemp seeds carry a nutritional blueprint that aligns almost perfectly with the brain and eyes' needs, especially during the deep restorative stages of sleep. What makes hemp seeds stand out is not just their protein content, but the unique spectrum of micronutrients they deliver. They contain all essential amino acids, including arginine, which supports blood vessel dilation, and tryptophan, a precursor to serotonin and melatonin, both vital for regulating sleep quality and mood. But it is their fat profile that makes them extraordinary for aging brains and retinas. Hemp seeds provide an optimal ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids. Unlike many plant oils that are heavily skewed toward omega-6, hemp delivers gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, in balance with alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. GLA has been shown to reduce inflammation in neural tissues, while ALA contributes to the fluidity of cell membranes, including those in the retina. This balance is critical because excessive omega-6 relative to omega-3 can disrupt neural signaling and impair repair during REM sleep. In 2022, a study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine highlighted that older adults with diets rich in omega-3 fatty acids experience more stable REM cycles and fewer nocturnal awakenings. REM sleep is when the brain consolidates memory and the eyes process stored light signals. It is also when the retina begins repair at the mitochondrial level. Without sufficient omega-3 seconds, these processes falter, leading to fragmented sleep, slower cognitive response, and morning eye fatigue. Beyond healthy fats, hemp seeds are rich in magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E. Magnesium helps relax the nervous system and supports GABA activity, contributing to deeper and calmer sleep. Zinc plays a role in neurotransmitter function and synaptic plasticity. Vitamin E protects photoreceptor cells in the retina from oxidative stress, especially during the high metabolic demand of nighttime regeneration. A paper published in Nutrients in 2021 found that a combination of dietary vitamin E and magnesium improved both cognitive alertness and retinal response in adults over 65. The researchers suggested that this nutrient pairing supported mitochondrial health and visual signal efficiency, two systems that are most active while the body is at rest. Hemp seeds also help stabilize blood sugar. They are high in fiber and healthy fats, which slow digestion and prevent overnight glucose spikes that can disrupt sleep and strain optic nerve function. This makes them especially helpful for seniors dealing with early-stage insulin resistance or diabetic eye complications. One of my patients, Robert, a 68-year-old retired mechanic, began adding ground hemp seed to his evening porridge. Within 3 weeks, he reported fewer nighttime wake-ups and less morning eye tension, he told me. I don't squint at the morning paper like I used to. It's clearer now. To use hemp seeds effectively, you don't need much. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw shelled hemp seeds stirred into warm cereal, blended into a smoothie, or sprinkled over cooked quinoa can provide the nutrients your brain and eyes need to activate recovery while you sleep. Avoid roasting or cooking them at high temperatures, as this can degrade their fragile omega-3 fats. For best results, consume them 1 hour before bed as part of a calming, nutrient-dense evening routine. Hemp seeds offer more than just fuel. They offer precision. The nutrients they carry are like coded instructions, guiding your brain to enter deeper sleep stages, supporting the mitochondria in your retinal cells, and reducing silent inflammation that accumulates with age. When used consistently, they help transform sleep from a passive habit into an active recovery window, one that brings you closer to clearer thinking, sharper vision, and a calmer mind each morning. Now that you understand what quinoa, tempeh, and hemp seeds can do for your brain and vision while you sleep, the next step is learning how to bring them into your nightly routine without turning dinner into a science project. The goal is not to eat a large or heavy meal right before bed. That can disrupt digestion and interfere with the very sleep cycles you're trying to support. Instead, think of this as a gentle refueling, a way to provide your brain and eyes with the building blocks they need, just in time for the repair work that begins within the first 2 hours of sleep. Ideally, you'll want to eat your last full meal about 3 hours before bedtime. Then, about 60 to 90 minutes before going to bed, enjoy a light preparation that includes 1 or 2 of these plant-based proteins. Start with quinoa as your foundation. It's easy to cook ahead of time and stores well in the fridge. A small warm bowl of quinoa with a dash of cinnamon and a drizzle of olive oil can be calming and nourishing. Or you can combine it with lightly steamed vegetables for a savory option. Tempeh pairs well as a warm element in your evening plate. Slice and steam or lightly pan-sear it, then place it over a bed of greens or whole grains. Keep seasoning mild. Avoid spicy sauces or anything overly salty, as they can overstimulate your system and affect sleep depth. As a finishing touch, sprinkle 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw shelled hemp seeds over your meal. Their subtle nutty flavor blends easily with both sweet and savory dishes. You can also stir them into a small bowl of warm oatmeal or a banana puree, if you prefer something soft and easy to digest. If your appetite is low at night, you don't need to use all 3 foods at once. Even alternating between them throughout the week can deliver steady benefits over time. The key is consistency, giving your nervous system the same reliable support night after night until it begins to rebuild stronger rhythms on its own. This plan is not about dieting. It's about feeding your cells at the exact time they are most ready to heal. For seniors especially, small choices like this made before bed can reshape how you wake up. Sharper mind, clearer vision, deeper rest. Start simple. Start tonight. You may be surprised by how quickly your body responds when you finally give it what it needs at the moment it matters most. It's easy to believe that poor sleep, morning brain fog, and tired eyes are just the price of getting older, but they're not. These are signals, gentle, persistent reminders from your body that something essential has been missing. And the good news is, it's not complicated or expensive to begin restoring what has been lost. By choosing the right plant-based proteins in the evening quinoa, tempeh, and hemp seeds, you're not just feeding your body, you're giving your brain the raw materials it needs to rebuild clarity. You're nourishing the tiny muscles and nerve fibers behind your eyes that keep your vision steady. And you're supporting the deep rhythms of sleep that determine how alert, calm, and focused you feel the next day. This is how healing happens. Quietly, gently, night after night. For those of you watching who have felt discouraged, who've tried pills, eye drops, memory games, or even more sleep only to wake up still feeling off balance, know this, you're not broken. You're just undernourished at the time of day that matters most. Your body still knows how to repair. You just have to give it the right tools at the right time. Begin with small steps. Choose one of the proteins we discussed and enjoy it in the evening. Pay attention to how your sleep feels. Notice whether your mind feels a bit clearer, whether the strain in your eyes eases over time. These tiny improvements build into something powerful. And if this video has helped you understand your body in a new way, I want to thank you for watching all the way to the end. That tells me you care not just about living longer, but about living better. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to like this video, share it with a friend who needs it, and leave a comment below. Your story might be the spark that inspires someone else to begin. And if you'd like to keep learning, feel free to subscribe. There's more to come.